Welcome back to Byte-Sized Tech. Ready for another deep dive into the wild world of AI?
Always ready to explore the latest and greatest.
Well, get this, we've got news on a project so massive it could flip the entire AI landscape on its head.
Sounds intriguing. What's the scoop?
Buckle up, it's called Project Stargate.
Stargate? Like teleporting through a wormhole?
Not quite, but it involves teleporting massive amounts of data, all right. We're talking OpenAI, the masterminds behind ChatGPT.
Oh, wow, so they're involved.
Yep, and they've teamed up with SoftBank, the investment giant, Oracle, the software titan, and MGX, a heavy hitter in tech infrastructure.
That's a power-packed team. What are they up to exactly?
They're joining forces to create a U.S.-based AI infrastructure network. Think of it as building a superhighway for AI.
I see, laying the foundation for a whole AI ecosystem.
Exactly. And hold on to your hats, because the project is backed by a jaw-dropping $500 billion in planned investments over the next 4 years.
$500 billion, that's astronomical.
It's mind-boggling. That's twice the cost of the Apollo program and about the same as the entire GDP of the UAE. They're not messing around. They're dropping a cool $100 billion right off the bat for a project in Texas.
Wow, they're serious about this.
Dead serious. The goal is to secure a dominant position in the AI arena.
It sounds like they're going all in.
You could say that. They're aiming to build an entire ecosystem for AI development and deployment. OpenAI is leading the charge on the AI development front, naturally.
And I'm guessing SoftBank is handling the financial side of things.
You got it. And then there's NVIDIA supplying the crucial chips needed for AI processing.
So they've got the brains, the money, and the hardware. What about the infrastructure itself?
Well, that's where Oracle comes in. They'll be instrumental in building and operating the system.
And leveraging Microsoft's Azure cloud computing platform, I imagine.
Precisely. It's a truly ambitious undertaking. I mean, they're practically building an AI empire.
And with this dream team, they might just pull it off.
It's a bold move, that's for sure. Some are even comparing OpenAI's CEO, Sam Altman, to a high-stakes poker player going all in.
If this project succeeds, it could have massive implications for the entire tech landscape.
It could reshape the industry as we know it. But what about other players in the AI field? Are they just going to watch from the sidelines?
Not a chance. The AI arena is buzzing with activity. Databricks, a company specializing in data and AI, just secured a whopping $10 billion in Series J funding.
Series J, that's a pretty late stage for such a massive funding round.
It is. It puts their valuation at a staggering $62 billion. And to top it off, they also secured an additional $5.25 billion in debt financing.
Investors are clearly betting big on Databricks.
It's a clear sign that they see huge potential in Databricks' future in the AI space.
With all this money pouring into AI, it feels like a gold rush.
It's definitely a hotbed of investment and innovation.
But with all this focus on the big players, what about the smaller AI startups? Are they being left behind?
Not necessarily. There's room for everyone in this expanding universe. Take Anthropic, for instance, another AI startup making waves.
Anthropic, what are they up to?
They're working on some exciting upgrades for their AI assistant, Claude.
Claude. What's so special about Claude?
They're adding two-way voice conversations, making it much more interactive.
Like talking to a real person.
Getting closer and closer, they're also boosting its memory function.
So it can remember past interactions. That's impressive.
It allows Claude to provide more personalized responses. And they've hinted at even smarter models in the pipeline.
Sounds like they're pushing the boundaries of AI assistance. But can they keep up with the demand? Everyone's jumping on the AI bandwagon these days.
That's the challenge they're facing. Scaling up to meet the soaring demand for their services is tough, especially when you're up against giants like OpenAI.
It's a classic David and Goliath scenario.
In a way, yes. It highlights the struggle for smaller startups in a rapidly growing market.
They're fighting for their piece of the AI pie.
Exactly. Finding the resources and infrastructure to keep pace is no small feat.
Speaking of finding your place in the AI landscape, we've got another interesting story. Mistral, a French AI lab known for Le Chat, is planning to go public with an IPO.
An IPO instead of getting acquired. That's a bold move, especially for a European company.
They're going their own way, but they've been expanding rapidly. Operations across Asia-Pacific, Europe, and even the U.S.
So they're a global player. That makes them more appealing for an IPO.
Absolutely. It seems like everyone's trying to grab a piece of the AI pie, big or small.
It's a global phenomenon. The potential of AI is just too big to ignore. It's transforming every industry imaginable.
From healthcare to entertainment, AI is everywhere. Speaking of industries being transformed, Let's talk about social media. Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, is trying to lure creators away from TikTok.
Ah, yes, the battle for content creators.
They're offering some hefty financial incentives for creators to post on Facebook and Instagram Reels instead.
It's a sign of how competitive the social media landscape has become.
Meta's feeling the heat from TikTok's popularity, especially among younger users.
They're pulling out all the stops to stay relevant.
It'll be interesting to see if their strategy pays off. But while some companies are expanding aggressively, others are taking a more cautious approach. Stripe, the fintech giant, recently laid off 300 employees.
300 employees, that's a significant number.
It's a surprising move, especially since they had plans to increase their headcount by 17% in 2025.
Perhaps they're adjusting to the current economic climate.
It's a reminder that even tech giants aren't immune to economic pressures.
The tech industry is constantly evolving, and adaptability is key to survival.
Speaking of adapting, let's talk about how political decisions are impacting the tech landscape. President Trump recently issued some executive orders that have sent shockwaves through the industry.
His decisions on offshore wind development and EV charging infrastructure are generating a lot of buzz.
He halted federal leases for offshore wind development, which could have a major impact on renewable energy growth in the U.S.
And his order on EV charging infrastructure could potentially limit funding for these projects.
That would directly impact companies like Tesla, who are leading the charge in the electric vehicle market.
These decisions have far-reaching implications, not just for the tech industry, but for the environment and the economy as well.
It's a complex web of interconnected issues.
Political decisions, technological advancements, economic forces, they all play a part.
It's a reminder that the tech world doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's intertwined with everything else happening in the world.
It's a dynamic and ever-changing landscape.
Speaking of dynamic, let's lighten things up with some good news for iPhone users. Truecaller, the popular caller ID app, just rolled out a major update.
What's the latest?
They're finally offering real-time caller information for iPhone users.
That's a feature Android users have been enjoying for ages.
iPhone users were definitely feeling left out.
It's a smart move by Truecaller. Their iOS subscriptions are already a significant part of their revenue.
They're expanding their reach and catering to a wider audience.
It's all about staying competitive and meeting user demands.
Speaking of meeting demands, let's talk about AI finding its way into more and more applications. There's a startup called OneUp that's using memes for marketing.
Memes for marketing, that's a novel approach.
It's unconventional, but it's actually quite clever. They're leveraging the popularity of memes to grab attention in a crowded digital space.
Memes are the language of the internet, after all.
They're relatable, shareable, and often humorous.
It's a way to connect with audiences on a more personal level.
OneUp is also using AI to help sales teams access technical information more efficiently.
So they're combining humor and cutting-edge technology.
It's a unique blend that seems to be working for them.
It's a testament to the creative potential of AI.
And it's not just startups embracing AI. The UK government is partnering with OpenAI to develop a couple of intriguing projects.
Oh, what are they working on?
One is a digital wallet for government IDs.
A digital version of your driver's license or passport? That would be convenient.
No more fumbling through your wallet.
It's a step towards a more digital and streamlined government.
The other project is an AI chatbot called ChatU.
ChatU, what will it do?
It's designed to provide citizens with 247 access to government information and services.
Like a virtual assistant for all your government-related needs.
Exactly. Need to renew your driver's license, report a pothole, or find out about local events? Just ask ChatU.
It's an interesting example of how AI can make government services more accessible and user-friendly.
It's all about leveraging technology to improve our lives and make things easier.
AI has the potential to do just that. But as with any powerful tool, it's crucial to use it responsibly and ethically.
We need to be mindful of the potential risks as well as the benefits.
It's a conversation we need to continue having as AI becomes more integrated into our lives.
You know, it's funny. We were just talking about iPhone users getting left behind, but then Truecaller swoops in and gives them the real-time caller ID feature they've been wanting.
It's like they were listening.
Right. But hey, good on them for recognizing a market need and filling it. Speaking of recognizing things, we got to talk about those executive orders from President Trump.
Ah, yes, those have definitely stirred the pot.
To say the least. Especially his stance on offshore wind development. Halting those federal leases, that's a major blow to renewable energy in the U.S.
It does seem like a step backward.
And then limiting funding for EV charging infrastructure. What's that about? It's like hitting the brakes on electric vehicle adoption.
That's got a sting for companies like Tesla, who are really pushing the EV
It
revolution.
makes you wonder what the long game is here.
It's hard to say for sure, but it's definitely sparked a lot of debate.
Well, whatever the motivation, those decisions have some serious ripple effects. We're talking economic, environmental, the whole shebang.
It's a complex web of interconnected issues.
It shows how closely technology and politics are intertwined. They're practically dancing partners these days.
That's a good analogy. One can't move without influencing the other.
But hey, maybe AI can come to the rescue and help us sort it all out.
Well, that's the optimistic view, right? That
Mhm.
AI can help us find solutions to these complex problems.
Like that AI chatbot the UK government's developing with OpenAI, ChatU. Imagine having 247 access to government information and services, all powered by AI.
It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie.
I know, right? Need to renew your license, report a pothole, boom, ChatU is there for you.
It could revolutionize the way we interact with government.
Make it way more efficient and user-friendly.
And speaking of revolutions, remember that startup we were discussing, OneUp? They're using AI in a really creative way.
The meme marketing geniuses. Yeah, what a brilliant strategy.
It's so out of the box, using the language of the internet to cut through the noise.
It's like they're speaking directly to the meme generation.
And it's working. They're getting a lot of buzz.
They've also got those AI-powered tools to help sales teams.
It's all about working smarter, not harder.
Exactly. And AI can help us do just that. Speaking of AI helping us, have you heard about Jaw Guy?
Is that the digital avatar thing?
The one and only. You can create a talking, moving version of yourself from a photo.
That's wild.
It's like everyone can have their own personal animation studio now.
The possibilities are endless. Imagine using your AI avatar for presentations or even just for fun.
It's mind-blowing. And then there's Sonar from Perplexity.
Sonar. Tell me more.
It's an AI-powered search tool that lives right inside your applications.
Oh, so you don't have to keep switching between apps to find information.
Nope. You ask a question, and bam, Sonar delivers real-time answers with citations and everything.
That's got to be a game changer for researchers and students.
Anyone who needs quick, reliable information. And then there's Newsbang, the TikTok for news.
I've heard about that one. Bite-sized news summaries, curated and presented in a fun, engaging way.
Perfect for our short attention spans these days.
It's a sign of how AI is changing the way we consume information,
It's like having a personalized news curator.
tailored to your interests and learning style.
This is just the beginning.
Yep.
AI is going to keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
It's an exciting time to be alive, that's for sure. But we got to keep in mind that AI is a tool
It's up to us to use it responsibly.
to ensure it's a force for good in the world.
Couldn't agree more. We need to have those tough conversations about the ethical implications of AI.
It's a shared responsibility. We all need to be involved in shaping its future.
And speaking of shaping the future, let's celebrate the creativity that AI is unlocking. From meme marketing to digital avatars, the possibilities are endless.
It's a testament to human ingenuity.
AI is a tool that can enhance our lives and help us solve problems.
It's a powerful force for good if we use it wisely.
You know, it's amazing how AI is breaking into creative fields. It's not just about crunching numbers anymore.
It's true. AI is becoming a powerful tool for artists, designers, and storytellers.
Like those AI avatars we talked about.
Yeah.
Remember Synthesia? They just raised a massive $180 million in funding.
That's a lot of cash. What are they doing with it?
They're creating AI avatars so lifelike they could practically pass for real people.
Really? That's impressive.
I know, right? And get this, they say a bunch of Fortune 100 companies are already using their AI avatars for internal comms and stuff.
So these AI avatars are presenting at meetings and giving training videos?
Pretty much. It's
Yeah.
all about streamlining communication and making it more engaging.
That makes sense. And it's not just for big companies either. Remember Jog AI? Anyone can create a talking, moving avatar from a photo.
It's wild. Everyone can be an animator now.
I can see this being huge for social media and online content creation.
Oh, absolutely. And speaking of changing how we consume content, remember Newsbang, the TikTok for news.
Yeah, using AI to make news bite-sized and visually appealing. Smart move.
It's perfect for people who want to stay informed but don't have a lot of time.
It's all about adapting to how people consume information these days.
And AI is playing a big role in that. It's like having a personalized news feed curated just for you.
This is just the tip of the iceberg, too. AI is going to keep changing the way we interact with information.
It's mind-blowing to think about. But we have to remember, with all this power comes responsibility.
Couldn't agree more. AI is a tool, and it can be used for good or bad.
It's up to us to make sure it's used ethically.
We need to have those tough conversations about AI bias and potential risks.
It's a conversation that needs to involve everyone, from developers to policymakers to everyday users.
Absolutely. We all have a stake in shaping the future of AI.
And that future is looking pretty exciting from what we've seen today.
Definitely. It's a rapidly evolving landscape full of possibilities.
Well, folks, that wraps up another Bite-Sized Tech Deep Dive. We've covered a lot of ground, from mega AI projects to meme marketing and everything in between. It's clear that AI is transforming the world around us in ways we're only beginning to understand. But as we embrace this new era of AI, it's crucial that we do so responsibly and thoughtfully, considering both the potential benefits and the potential risks. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more bite-sized tech discussions.